Hey, my wonderful, wonderful people, a pleasant evening to you. So, beautiful people, I was watching Dion Jackson Miller's program, All Angles, and she was really talking about the legacy and the controversy as it relates to the late and great Marcus Mosiah Garvey Jr., interestingly, I didn't understand really. I knew he was a magnitude of a man, not the old thief and wicked as some may think, but a stalwart. I mean, a man who contributed to millions. Martin Luther King Jr. stated that he has contributed to, in a blissful way, in the lives of in millions of black people. He is immensely recognized, especially in states like New York. I mean, the Black Star Line movement or shipping company, and so many other things. His Pan-Africanism, has been a mover and a shaker, in the North American shores. And I just wanted to give people a background and some understanding the early life and other of this stalwart. He was born on August 17, 1887 in St. Anne's Bay, Jamaica. Family: Marcus was the youngest of 11 children, born to Sarah Jane Richards and Marcus Mosiah Garvey Sr., a stonemason. Education: he left school at 14. Wow, this is so unbelievable, because this man, you would think that he went all the way up to getting even postdoctoral studies. He left school at 14 and worked as a printer's apprentice before moving to Kingston to continue his trade and engage in self-education. Key achievements and contributions: he's a founder of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA. This was established in Jamaica in 1914 and later expanded to Harlem, New York. Remember I mentioned about New York in 1916. The UNIA became the largest black mass movement in history, advocating for self-reliance, economic empowerment, and African unity. It was said that Malcolm X's parents were Garveyites. They really studied and followed and breathed Marcus Garvey. Its slogan: one God, one aim, one destiny. Black Star Line, a shipping and trade company launched in 1919 to promote black economic independence and connect African diasporic communities. The venture, though it was short-lived, as I had mentioned in a previous post, aimed to transport goods and people between the Americas, the Caribbean, and Africa. The philosophy of the Pan-Africanism: Garvey championed the idea of uniting people of African descent worldwide to reclaim their heritage and resist colonial oppression, white supremacy. His Back to Africa movement promoted African self-determination and the repatriation of black people to Africa. Garveyism: his teachings, known as Garveyism, emphasized racial pride, economic empowerment among the black community, and self-reliance. He encouraged black people to embrace their African heritage and reject notions of inferiority. Publishing and journalism: Garvey founded the newspaper The Negro World, which became a platform for spreading his ideas and promoting black consciousness globally. Challenges and controversy. Conflict with other leaders: Garvey's radical ideas often clashed with other black leaders. But I tell you, the black on black. Remember, I had done a post, when I said women who hate other women without a cause. But a man said to me, Toni-Ann, it is worse between men. It's just that the reason why people may think it is otherwise is that men are expected to be men. They're not wearing the skirts, the tutu dresses or whatever it is. So they have to employ what is called emotional intelligence. But trust me, the hate is real, and it is there, and it is enacted in different ways among the men. So Garvey's radical ideas often clashed with other black leaders, such as W.E.B. Du Bois. Wow, that's interesting. I think Du Bois was a sociologist and other, who criticized Garvey's methods and ideology. Legal troubles. In 1923, Garvey, as you know, was convicted of mail fraud in connection with the Black Star Line. He maintained his innocence, but his conviction led to a 5-year prison sentence. And he didn't serve all of it. After serving part of his sentence, he was deported to Jamaica in 1927. Opposition from governments. You know, Garvey's activism made him a target of the U.S. government, particularly Edgar Hoover, who sought to undermine him through surveillance and legal persecution. It's just a sad reality, huh? Later years and death. And before that, you know, I was listening to Stephen Golding on the Dion Jackson Miller's program, and he said that, you know, he became withdrawn and pulled himself away from Jamaica because they did not value and understand the magnitude of a man that he was. And it says, after returning to Jamaica, Garvey remained active, founded the People's Political Party, PPP, in 1929, the first modern political party in Jamaica. In 1935, he relocated to London, where he continued advocating for Pan-Africanism. He died June 10, 1940 in London after suffering multiple strokes, unfortunately. Legacy. National Heroes of Jamaica. Marcus Garvey was declared a national hero in Jamaica in 1964, and his contributions are celebrated annually on his birthday, August 17. Impact on the global movements. Garvey's ideas influenced later leaders like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Kwame Nkrumah, and the Rastafari movement in Jamaica. He led the foundation for modern Pan-Africanism and Black empowerment movements. Cultural influence. Garvey's teachings continue to inspire activism and social justice globally, emphasizing the importance of racial pride, unity, and self-determination. I want to leave with you two famous quotes from the late, great, and venerable Marcus Mosiah Garvey Jr. It would be. A people without knowledge of their past, history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Think on those or that. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the undefeated but underestimated champion. First man to become national hero, and he really was not welcomed by his own. There was a sort of dissonance where people just separated themselves in a sense from him. And it is so unfortunate that he may have just died with a broken heart, because a lot of his philosophy and ideas were not promulgated on our Jamaican shores. He's more accepted and appreciated in North America, in particular New York. I even saw a street naming after him. And I mean, he has, for the greats like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X to make such commentaries or comments regarding him, it says a lot that we do not appreciate it. And I didn't even know that Marcus Garvey had written a lot of prayers. You know, he was not treated with the utmost love, respect, and honor on the Jamaican shores, within the confines of Jamaica, as he would have been, you know, had he been a Black American. I want us to go and familiarize ourselves with this man. This man was an educator. He wanted people's minds to be free and to tell you that you can learn at the highest, you can earn at the highest. We just need to unite, put aside the differences, the unnecessary wars and hate. You know, you just see your Black brother or Black sister and decide to hate on that individual. Put that aside. It is about building each other. Know what it feels like to build each other as Black people, and they could not fathom that. They could not understand that because they have been enslaved too long. It is like the children of Israel. They were so damaged that, yes, God got angry, but he had to let them die out because he knew they would have been baggage. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe and give me a lion, please. Thank you.